Okay, guys, we are back live. I'm so sorry for the disruption, but of course, there's always something like that that's prone to happen when you're live. So hopefully, this is better. And I see Beth, she's saying that she's doing the Congo while she's waiting. And I always joke about that in the chat, is doing the conga, and everyone's coming back. So that is awesome. Thank you guys so much. I hope this is better. I hope this is much better. So Daniel, we were right in the middle of seeing one of your next brooches. And I love the hat idea. You were showing us the brooch on your hat. And I think that is so clever. But you have another couple of brooches to share with us. So why don't I make you full screen and show us your next brooch?
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to get into the new live. I can't see the chat.
Well, I'll give you a second, Daniel, to get back.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, we're back in the chat.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. This is what you get when you invite a tacky person.
Oh, Daniel, you're great. It's just that darn YouTube needs to fix itself.
Okay, so the next one I have, I love this.
Oh, look at him.
I'm not for sure what it is, if it's a parrot or what type of bird. Let me see if I can get it turned right.
He's got a little jelly.
I love the collars on that.
Is his little rhinestone eye green?
His little... Oh, you would have to ask me that, Katie. I don't have my old man glasses with me.
Well, we'll pretend it's green.
Yes, it is green. I'm going to have to learn to carry my old man glasses with me everywhere.
But yeah, bird is so pretty.
I'm not for sure if this is a stone or if it's just... It seems like it's some type of stone or maybe a glass that they've painted, but that is really... I like that. I like the colors on it. It has the vintage green in it.
Yes. Oh, you can't beat that vintage green with a stick. And Kat is saying a hummingbird, maybe? That's possible. And
well, it has a long tail, and I don't know. And it has the crest on the top. I don't think it's a hummingbird, but it could be. It's whatever we want it to be.
That's right. It's magical. It's a magical bird, as Book Bewitched is saying. And I do believe they're considered a jelly belly. Have you heard that term, Daniel?
Seems like I have, but not enough to, remember anything like that.
And I think, Bird of Paradise, I'd have to look that up to see if that compares. I really need an animal lesson. I don't know my birds very well.
Just as long as it'll set on there and look pretty, that's all I care about.
That's right, as long as it's pretty and sparkly. And Kim is saying that we're back. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, I know that sometimes YouTube and streams can be a little funky, but we are back. And I have another brooch to show, and I know a lot of you guys have seen me wear this before. I had a piece of paper so I can make this show up. But this is my next brooch. It's an Austrian brooch, and it is green and gray, and the stones are prong set. And I just think it's really lovely. I don't know much more other than that the lady that I got it from collected for a long time, and she had a whole display case of Austrian brooches. So I just think this is so pretty. It's kind of a, what would you say, Daniel? You think it's kind of like a feather?
Yeah, or a leaf, or a whirligig, or a swirly.
I like the swirly. Now that's fun. So that is my next brooch that I have, and I'll flip it back over to Daniel so that Daniel can show his next brooch.
All right. So, like I had said earlier, I got like a big batch of jewelry, and this was one of the vintage ones that was in there. And of course, I love yellow, but, oh, come on.
Oh, look at those flowers.
And this actually is a set. It has earrings that go with it, clip-on earrings.
Oh, fun.
But I absolutely love that. I think that's just cool.
It's so perfect for spring. It really is great for springtime.
And there's no mark on that, but I do know it is vintage. You can tell just
Oh
by
yeah, you can just tell. And Diane, she's saying feather whirligig. I like that. That's what I'm going to call it. I
You know
love
how
it.
Misty always talks to her items. We talk to our brooches.
Yes, we do. We do. We tell them that they're pretty, and I always say, "All right, buddy, you're going back in your case for now, but I'll wear you again soon." And let's see. Oh, and people are wondering if you've worn the clip-ons with that brooch.
No.
I can't wear clip-ons. They pinch my ears too much. I think they're fun. I've seen people convert them into brooches, but I can't wear them because they just hurt my ears.
I could put clip-ons on and they don't bother me. Now those little screw things, I don't know how anybody wore those things.
Oh, I don't know either. I mean, those things just dig into your ears. They really do hurt. Tia Fane saying we're the brooch whisperers. That's fun. Well, I have another brooch to show, and this is neat. This is an Emmons brooch. This one is marked, and I believe this is from the 50s, and it is a really cool starburst. It's like an atomic starburst, and then there are all these different faceted stones on the inside, and I think this is just so pretty. I love anything with starbursts, and it is marked Emmons on the back. You probably won't be able to see that on camera very well. The StreamYard cameras are backwards, but I just think this is so pretty. I love this brooch, and it's very
I'm so jealous. I want to come down there and I want to visit that.
well, we'd have to share it. If you live nearby, we could share brooches back and forth.
Joint custody.
Yes, I like that. Yes, and Jamie's saying she found one on eBay. It is these Emmons brooches. I looked them up because this was a sweet gift from my mom. She had found it, and I looked them up, and I mean, they are not cheap online. I was very shocked. It's a very well-made brooch. Dee's joining
Beautiful.
us again from Thrill the Thrift. Thank you, Dee, and everyone that's coming back.
Hi,
I do
Dee.
really appreciate that. And Jamie's saying timeshare of brooches. And Book Bewitch is saying, Daniel, you have the strut to wear outrageous old man glasses. I think you should get some chains with your brooches, and you can have some really fabulous chains for your glasses.
Am I going to be an old grandma?
Well, I've seen some really, there's a lady that I follow online, and she's a lunch lady, and her name is on TikTok. She's the fabulous, I think it's called the Fabulous Lunch Lady or Superfly Lunch Lady, but she wears these big brooches, and she has these fun, like really funky glasses. She must have like 100 pair of glasses, and she wears like these colorful glasses chains and funky hair. I mean, it's just so fun to see her wear these things, and she wears them to school every day, and I think it really cheers up the kids.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know this. One of the other that helped with my brooch obsession is I started watching Iris Apfel.
Oh, I'm not familiar. I've got to write that down.
She's like a fashion person, and she does, I mean, she's just loaded with jewelry up and down her arms and big brooches and big chains. And she even had her, because she had all these designers from over the years, her clothes were put in a museum and shown with all her accessory jewelries and stuff. You have to look her up.
I definitely will.
There's even there's a documentary or a movie about her called Iris.
I'm going to look that up, and a lot of people have heard of her and they love her. She's unreal, and I love Apfel. I'm going to write that down, and I will be watching that documentary. That sounds so interesting.
You'll be hooked. You'll want to put on every piece of jewelry you own at once.
I like multiple layers of jewelry. I just think it's so fun. I remember watching the older ladies in our church, they would come decked to the nines every Sunday with the big hats and, you know, the beautiful suits. And I just always was fascinated by that. I think it's so neat. Oh, and it's on Netflix, Joni's saying. Oh, I have Netflix, so I'm going to have to watch that. That will be my evening watch tonight, Daniel.
Yay, I taught somebody something new. Woohoo!
So, Daniel, you can look up Lady Gaga's brooch, and I'll look up.
I'll have to.
So the next brooch I'm going to share with you all is fun. This is a playing card brooch, and this is probably, like Daniel mentioned, we all have brooches that we spend a little bit more on, and this is probably my most expensive brooch. I usually try to find things very inexpensively, like Daniel mentioned, but this is a Trefari playing card brooch, and it's quite large, which I like that size, and it has a jewel on the inside. And it's red. And I just think this is so neat, this enamel brooch. It is Trefari, and it's marked. Now, I don't know what era this is from. I have zero clue. Other than that, it is Trefari, and it's just super high quality, really well made. And I love anything related to playing cards. So this was very fun. So Daniel will be showing us his next brooch. So Daniel, what do you have for us in this little show and tell?
I have, and this is a modern one, but I absolutely love this. It's my little turtle brooch.
Oh, look.
Because it is so sparkly. And I love the colors too, the blues and the greens.
I like that. I love the big stones on brooches.
Yeah, so I just adore my little turtle. Like I said, he's new because he doesn't even have the clasp. It's just like a hook in. If that makes sense. You just pull it down and out instead of having the little clasp thing.
And Joni's saying she loves that one, and many other people are as well. Tammy and Polly saying he's adorable. And Vintage Amino says, oh my God, I need that in my life. I think we all need a pretty fabulous turtle. I just love him.
It's mine. It's my precious.
Now, how do you store your brooches, Daniel? Because I've always wondered how people store their brooches. I've seen the brooch trees. I've seen different ideas. I use those Mealy jewelry boxes, the 50s Mealy jewelry boxes for mine. But how do you keep yours so that you can pick a new one every day?
Very badly. I still have a lot of them in that like shoe thing that's actually made for jewelry.
Oh, yes.
They're still in that. But I did see, and I can't remember who it was. I wished I could remember. You know the Fire King milk glass that has the gold around it, like the relish trays?
Oh, yes. I love those.
Somebody mentioned putting jewelry in those. So I started putting my brooches in those, and it makes them stand out. It is so pretty to do that. So I've started putting the ones that I've wore so I know what I have in there, and then I just switch them out. But I need some more of those milk glass things. You know, I've always overlooked those for reselling because they don't sell that well, but they make your brooches look wonderful against that milk glass.
I bet they would look great because of that white background. That contrast is really nice. And
I wish I could remember who did that. So whoever you are, thank you. And I'm sorry I can't remember whose idea that was.
I love the idea of having a brooch bulletin board. I think that's really fun, is just having all the brooches on display. And I saw that Vinny was saying that we need to go to Broochaholics Anonymous. No, never. You always need that one more brooch. You can never have enough.
Yeah, I've only just started. I got to catch up with Katie.
I've been collecting for a little while, and I have amassed quite a collection, but I'm always on the lookout for something new and fun. Now, Daniel, do you prefer the I would say they're like figural brooches compared to, we'll call this the swirly whirly. So are you looking for more of the cute little animals and figurines, or you like these more? What is your style of collecting?
Yes. All of them.
All of them.
I don't care. I like any of them. Like I said, it's just what catches my eye. Like, I think most people with my dingleberry brooch would have just passed that up because it's small and it's plain. But I absolutely love that. But then I also like the big, sparkly, outrageous ones. It's just whatever catches my eye at the time. And that's like, I'm going to throw a bonus one in here. I just found this.
Let me make you big, Daniel. Oh, look at that one.
It's very Art Deco-y.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And it's also like a bow tie, so it just covers everything.
Oh, I love that.
That just happened to be sitting over here, but it's just whatever strikes my fancy when I'm out.
I do that. I just, something that catches my eye. I do like the gold tone ones that are a little more swirly whirly because you can wear them really with anything. But I think it's fun to go out, and I have a bowling pin brooch. I should have brought it, but it's not over here. But I think it's fun. Why not go out with bowling pins on your shirt? You know, if it makes somebody smile. Do you find that people stop you when you're out and compliment you on your brooches?
I haven't been wearing a whole lot out. I do wear them at my workplace. And as a guy, you get looks like, why is he wearing a brooch? But I don't care. It's
you just got to rock it.
It's a piece of jewelry. I mean, it's not whatever, I'm wearing it. But yeah, I do get compliments. Especially, like I said, at work. A lot of if I do wear them out, it's been cold. I mean, it's starting to warm up now, so it's always covered with a coat or something. But I'll be wearing them out, and I do get compliments about them. People like brooches; they really do.
They do. I've found that people have stopped me before because I think that they're catching on, but I don't think they've totally caught on yet. And people are always like, oh, wow, look at that brooch. Where'd you get it? And I'll say, I'm sorry. You know, and especially with the poodle one, I found that people stop me and I say, well, I'm sorry. It's my grandmother's. Now, I don't know where you can get another one of the poodles, but I mean, there are plenty of poodles out there. But this particular poodle, you know, I'm sure you could find them online, but I find it fun when people notice the brooches. And Kelly is saying, click the thumbs up button. And yes, that would be appreciative. And if you are not subscribed to Daniel at Tacky as Me, everyone coming in, go subscribe to Daniel. If one of my moderators can drop a link, that would be wonderful, to Daniel's channel. He just has some great things. I have 2 more brooches to show. Daniel, what's your next brooch?
This is one that I just got over the weekend, and I couldn't pass it up.
Oh, the flowers.
Yeah, I like the flower basket, and those were just some amazing sparkles in there.
The sparkles always draw me in for sure.
Yeah, I want people to see me like 5 miles away.
Yes, I like that, you know, go big or go home, you know, why not?
Yep.
And I see lots of people really enjoying that one. I just love anything with a sparkle, anything that catches your eye. And this is my next brooch. I love this little guy. Now, Daniel, I was showing him to you, and I don't know anything about him. He is a little mouse. He's got a top hat on and a little baton, and he's got little jeweled eyes, green jeweled eyes, and he's got a articulated. Wait a minute, I always get those two mixed up. There's the pottery, the holes in the pottery, which is reticulated, and this guy is articulated. His little tail moves. He's jointed. Anyway, he's just so fun. I love him. He's so whimsical. Now, he's kind of little, but I think that he's just great on a shirt. You know, why not wear a mouse every day?
Wasn't it hard to choose just a few brooches to show?
Yes. Did you have trouble? Because I had trouble picking out just a few.
Yeah, I had trouble. So, like I told you, I'm actually going to do a video on my brooch collection because I'm like, they all need time.
They do. They all need to be in the spotlight. They're all special. I spent way too much time. I was like, well, I really like this one, but oh no, this one. And so there were some I'm sure that felt left out because they didn't make the cut.
Yeah, when you first told me we were going to do this, I didn't know how many, so I like filled a bowl full of.
So Susical is asking where you wear them. What about your upper arm like a patch? Is that weird? I don't think that's weird, Susical. Where do you wear your brooches primarily, Daniel?
Most of the time, just up in here, and I've worn them on my collar, obviously the hat. I'm thinking like on a pair of jeans, if you just ran them straight down the front, all the way down to your ankles, I think that would be cool.
Do you remember those little clips that you would wear on your jeans and people would string beads on them? They're kind of like oversized safety pins, and they were really fun. Why not do that with brooches?
Yeah.
I wear them primarily here on my shirt like this, but I think the collar is kind of fun, and I need to do more with them on my hat because all of my hats usually have like a little spot on the side where there was something that went down like a hat pin. So I think it would be really fun to put a couple of brooches up the side of the hat.
I have also put them like right here too.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, like if you had your collar buttoned up, you could put one right there. Mm-hmm. Like that would be really fun. Like that.
Yep.
Would be great, I think. So Daniel, how many brooches do you have left? I'm losing track here. What I've showed.
I'm done. That was all mine.
Okay, so I've got one more then to show, and I just gave you a little sneak peek of it now. This is an intaglio brooch. It is a cameo, and it's really pretty. Again, this one's not marked, and I've looked online, and I can't find anything about it. It's very heavy, and I believe this is like a cut crystal. It's the intaglio where this is reliefed in the back. It's just beautiful. And I just think it's really a lovely brooch. It stands out so nice on a black shirt. And I think this is really fun. So that, and this one also is a necklace. So you can wear it as a necklace or a brooch, which is kind of nice. And it's got this beautiful cameo. Now, it's not the shell cameos, but it's just a lot of fun to wear. And I think
I want to wear that one.
Well, see, we need to live closer so that we can share our brooches back and forth.
Yeah, I know, but not moving to Florida. It's way too hot.
Yeah, the heat is not fun here. No
I
one
can't even stand it in the summertime here. I can't imagine down there.
Yeah. Oh, in the summer, it gets close to 100 degrees here in the summer, and you just want to crawl in the AC vent.
Yeah. Plus, you got some big old snakes down there.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a big fan of the snakes. We do have snakes here. That's not fun.
I think that is the only one kind of brooch that I would get is a snake brooch.
Yeah, I see spider brooches, and I'm terrified of spiders. So I don't think I would ever wear a spider brooch.
Now, those I could wear all day long.
If it were for Halloween, maybe I could do a Halloween themed spider brooch, but I don't think that I would want to rock that. So Polly's asking where you live, Daniel.
I live in Illinois.
That is wonderful. And, I think in Illinois, you guys find a lot of different things than we do here. And I like that.
Yeah, I keep thinking, man, I need to load up with stuff and drive out to California because I think I could make a killing.
Yeah, I think that it's interesting to see what different areas of the country have different things. That's always fascinating to me. And I think that brooches are always something that I've seen in the antique stores. Now, you said you find them mainly in the antique stores, but do you see them a lot? Are they common there in booths, or is it something that you have to seek out, like at your one honey hole?
No, there's several different ones. I just like the honey hole because it's the cheapest, but there's several that they'll do like the mannequin and just stick pins all over them.
Oh, that's
So, I
fun.
mean, there's a few, but I mean, the prices vary. The one place I went to that was outside of my hometown, where I got that basket brooch, the prices on those varied and they went up pretty high, but there were some fantastic brooches.
So
I mean, if
speaking
I wasn't cheap and poor, I would probably buy them, but we got to wait till, eBay gets going.
Well, speaking of prices, and brooches can range in all kinds of prices. I mean, this Emmons brooch that I certainly did not pay anywhere near what it's going for online. Things like this can go upwards of $150, I was noticing online, but other brooches don't go for as much. So, what is the most that you are willing to pay for a brooch to add to your collection?
As of right now,
Yes.
okay, so as of right now, I am cheap. I paid $8 for that basket brooch, and that hurt.
Well, I think there's lots of deals to be had for brooches. I mean, there's like that lady that has these beautiful Austrian brooches. Some of them are quite expensive, but then she has several trays down below where each brooch is, $4 to $5, and I think that's very reasonable. I've gotten a lot of nice brooches from there. In fact, I got a Weiss stocking brooch at Christmas, and Weiss is very nice, and she had it marked at $4. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's what I've paid for a lot of mine is between $2 and $4.
Well, hello, everyone that's just joining us. Again, thank you, everyone, for coming in and sticking around. It has been so fun having Daniel here tonight. And I see Stephanie saying that the most she's ever spent is $12. That this I spent a little bit more for this card brooch. I think it was $25 or $30. But I mean, I've never seen another one like this, so I had to have this Trefari card brooch. But I don't normally spend anywhere near that at all. Yes.
Well, I have a feeling as I go on that, my limit of what I'll pay will go up.
Well, if you see something that you just have to have that's so unique and so different, you might buy something special like that. I am saying Emmons. This is Emmons. Someone was asking me this, and it's, oh boy, I need a jeweler's loop to see this, but it's Emmons, Emmons. That's not going to show up on camera, but it is marked Emmons. So that is fun. Now, if you guys have any questions for Daniel, you can pop them down into the chat. Daniel, do you have anything that you were curious about that you wanted to talk about as far as brooches go?
Oh, Katie, you put me on the spot.
Sorry.
Ooh, I feel like I'm on a talk show now. Don't reveal my secrets. Come on, Katie.
We're just having fun. We'll start with Jamie.
I just love brooches. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Daniel. You were saying you love brooches.
I just love brooches, and it's just fun to see what other people like and what they collect and what their style is.
It is fun. And I think, like we've talked about, bringing back the brooch is going to be so fun. It will be neat to see other people in our community, I think, start wearing brooches, and more people really bringing back the brooch and having fun wearing them. So what kind of brooch trends, we'll leave you with this. What kind of brooch trends, Daniel, do you predict as far as people wearing brooches? Do you think they're going to get flashier, or do you think people are going to go a little simpler?
That's just based on a person's personality, I think. I think a lot of the, because it's so big right now, but the figural, like the dogs, the cats, and of course all the holiday through the seasons. So that's all big right now. So I think, but I think people are liking bling. I think some shiny ones are going to be showing up.
I'm with you. I think the shiny ones are going to get really popular, especially since we've seen Lady Gaga and other, bigger stars in the media start to wear these flashy brooches and flashy jewelry. I think that's going to come back soon. And I see Mel is joining us. Mel is in Finland, so that is very cool. And Dana is asking, what are some top names to look for in brooches?
You go, Katie.
Emmons, I showed this one, but Emmons is a very good brand. Emmons brand. I always look for Trefari. Trefari is one of my favorites, or Crown Trefari is really wonderful. This one that I have on today is Weiss. And I think Weiss is fantastic. There's quite a few names. And Daniel, we were talking about before we went live, you found Monet, and I still think Monet from the 80s is quite collectible and a very good brand.
Yeah. And there was, once again, me not remembering, but I'd sold a jewelry set and it was a popular vintage name, but I don't remember. See, I just like in my videos, I never do the research when I go on. It's always afterwards.
And that always happens. I mean, I can't remember dates.
Coro, that's it. That's what I'm thinking of. Coro.
Coro, yes, Coro's very good. Coro's good, and I'm sure that someone really wanted the set you have. And when you can find them with the earrings and the brooch together, I think that is a really good combo. Because have you found that people are taking and converting those old earrings into other pieces of jewelry now?
I don't know what people. I don't know if people are. I don't know, because I know a lot of people have pierced ears, but there are some people who would have to wear clips because they can't do pierced earrings because of allergies and whatever.
Yes, I'm allergic to most earrings, so I have to wear only gold or I'll break out. So I can't do really the clip-ons, and they do hurt, as we were talking about. And Nancy is saying Miriam Haskell. Yes, definitely another name to look for in brooches. Some of the, there's also, I think, one of my brooches, it's 3 names, BSK. That is another great brand to look for. And oh yes, Sarah Coventry. Have you found any Sarah Coventry brooches? I have a Sarah Coventry strawberry brooch.
Not that I know of, unless they're marked.
Yes, unless they're marked. And always look for the marks. Do you have a jeweler's loop at home, Daniel, that you use to look for marks, or do you just enjoy the brooch and you don't even bother looking?
Well, I just enjoy it. I kind of look on the back to see if there is a mark, and then when I get home, I have the jeweler's loop and look it up. But I'm not that concerned about, for me, it's just what the brooch is. I don't care who made it, whether it's new, whether it's old. Obviously, I like vintage stuff, but I'll wear, anything if it's tacky enough.
Yes, I will wear any brooch. I like the vintage ones, but I'm not actively seeking the vintage ones. To me, like you, Daniel, it's all about just seeing something that catches your eye. And if it's interesting and beautiful and exciting and fun, then I will definitely pick it up, especially if it's a couple of dollars. So we are hitting the top of the hour, and I want to make sure that everyone gets a chance to either catch whatever's next in the vintage community or get some rest. It is 10:30 Eastern time for me. But Daniel, it's been so much fun having you on. And thank you all for sticking around through all the trouble that we had. We got through that just fine. And Daniel, just give us a little recap on your channel for us before we head out for the night.
Okay, my channel is Tacky as Me on YouTube, and I just basically do hauls of the stuff that I'm buying to either put on eBay, or I am eventually planning on doing a live sale, but I haven't done very much of this live stuff. If you all saw my first live that I tried to do on the spur of the moment, it was a hot mess, but basically I just show hauls of what I've bought and the things that I like. And then coming up, probably this Friday's video. I post on Tuesday and I post on Fridays. And this Friday, I think I'm going to do my brooch collection. So stay tuned for that.
That is going to be fun, Daniel. I can't wait to see the rest of your brooches. So guys, go subscribe to Daniel at Tacky As Me. He is fantastic. And definitely recommend checking out his channel. It's just a lot of fun to watch. And Suzical, I see, is asking, do you ship to Canada? Do you ever ship to Canada for your YouTube channel?
I have not. I like I said, I haven't sold very much outside of eBay, and eBay is only for United States. I haven't done the shipping, but I know a lot of people do. This is all new stuff to me, and I'm learning, so we'll get there.
Daniel and I learned together.
What?
I said, we're learning together because I just started doing some reselling as well. So I'm learning as well as you are about different things, and shipping has definitely been a learning experience. Yeah,
I guess I would ship if the people want to pay for the shipment to Canada. I don't know. Yeah, shipping's one of the things that scare me. Probably a lot of newer resellers are scared of the shipping. Because I kind of burnt myself with something that I did, and I lost a lot of money by doing shipping wrong. It was a horrible mistake.
Yeah, we've all learned from experience, and we've all been there and done something like that for sure. Kat will wrap up with this comment. She's saying Daniel's content is so heartwarming. So if you're having a bad day, go watch him and you will smile. So Kat, thank you. And Daniel is absolutely wonderful. So give Daniel a big round of applause by giving us a thumbs up. And Daniel, it was so fun having you tonight. We'll have to show more brooches because, as you mentioned, there's just not enough brooches for this time period. We need more to show.
Yeah, and I appreciate you having me on. It was very kind of you to bring a little old unknown tacky person in and share the spotlight. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, Daniel, you were fabulous, and I love watching your content. It's very heartwarming and upbeat, just so wonderful. So thank you again for coming on tonight, and I will see you guys soon in a future video. Now, this series will be continuing, and next week, I'll be having a new guest on, and I will be having Miss Pam from Oak Grove Mercantile, Pama Bama from YouTube. So you guys can catch the next episode of this next week. We'll be continuing with the show and tell. And Dana's saying never enough brooches. And yes, we both agree. So it was so fun catching up with you, Daniel, sharing brooches, and we'll be doing this again soon. So thank you all so very much, and I hope you will have a wonderful evening. And as always, stay in, stay safe, and binge YouTube.
Bye.